TV licensing goons and their body cams. What you need to know. Well, hello, dearest viewer, and welcome back to my little corner of the YouTubies. Thank you very much for joining me. If it's your first time here, please click bell notifications, like, share, subscribe. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by going on and on about it. You know the drill by now. Thank you very much. Anyway, I was asked a question on my last TV licensing video, questions about TV licensing, and it was about body cams. You know, can they film inside your home? I said yes, they can, and they can. So, but this is a topic that interests me. So I'm going to go into it in a little bit more detail in a minute. Look, I'm just watching a video by Kelly J. Keane, she's called, who is a unique individual. And I mean unique because she is a feminist I actually agree with. She's the lady who put up the infamous billboard describing what a woman was, which is an adult human female. Everybody got up in arms about it, and she completely made a mug of some doctor on Sky News or something. But anyway, that's by the by. So yes, body cams. I'm going to go into it in a little bit more detail now, and just give you a little bit of advice. The body cams were trialled in, I think, April 2019 to about May 2020. They're evaluating all the evidence and the data now. I think body cams are going to become the norm amongst the majority of goons. I don't think it's going to work for two reasons. It's going to cost awful lot of money, and they will lose face with, you know, BBC viewers and etc. etc. because of the license fee that will have to go up to pay for it. And another reason as well is if you see a goon or anybody wearing a body cam at your front door, you're not going to answer the door. That would be my advice. Just simply don't answer the door. If you can see him through a peephole or through the window or what have you, just simply don't answer the door. And it's as simple as that. I think it's going to work against Capita and TV licensing. I really do. So let's have a look at these frequently asked questions from TV licensing's own website. Let's have a look at these frequently asked questions and have a look at them in a bit more detail. Here it is. Here it is, by the way. I'll put my teeth back in one day. Anyway, was the video equipment recording constantly? Yes, the video recording equipment was only activated when the visiting officer... See, they still use officer, and it's such an intimidating term when you see the word officer, don't you? I mean, these people are despicable to me. You know, they use every intimidation tactic going, and it's absolutely wrong and abhorrent. It really is. Anyway, felt their health and safety could have been at risk because of the situation they were in, or the way they were spoken to. For example, in standby mode, the equipment recorded for 90 seconds, overwriting loop to ensuring that anything which may have happened in the lead up to the officer activating it was captured, but this recording was only saved if the equipment was activated. Now, the first red flag that should pop up really is, should the officer, I'm going to call them goons because that's exactly what they are. Should the goon tell you that they have operated the equipment? Now, the police have to do. If they're wearing a body cam, they have to tell you that they've started recording. But guess what? The goons don't, and we're going to have a look at that in a bit. Anyway, the next frequently asked question is, how do I know the equipment was activated? I'm sorry, I'm having so much trouble talking today. A light will have been displayed to indicate it was recording. An audible beep would have also notified you that the recording had been turned on or off. The officer, the goon, will have also told anyone present that the equipment was recording unless it was impractical for them to do so. So, in other words, they don't have to tell you that they are recording. They could make up anything. So, my advice would be to, if you don't know who's at the door and you can't see, you know, who it is or what have you, and there's a goon standing there when you open the door, my advice would be, if you hear a knock at the door, Get your camera phone and start recording straight away before you open the door. And then as you open the door, there's a goon standing there with a body cam. You say, "Who are you?" "I'm from TV licensing." Shut the door. Simple as that. You open the door and you say, "Hi, who are you?" And they just stand there with a gormless look on their face, like I've seen in some videos. Shut the door. Open the door. "Hi, who are you?" Well, because of data protection, I'm not allowed to reveal who I am. Shut the door, because you know it's a goon instantly. You open the door. "Hi, who are you?" "Hello, am I speaking to Fred Blogs?" Shut the door. Simple as that. Say nothing, do nothing apart from shut the door, and it's just as simple as that. Did the recording capture video and sound? Yes, it is important that video and sound was recorded if it was necessary to activate the recording. A sound recording may have captured vital information that was not in view of the camera. So, as myself and lots of other people have suggested, who do videos of this type, lots of other people, the advice is say absolutely nothing apart from who are you when you open the door. If you know who is at your door, you know, you got a ring bell or something, you got people and you know it's a TV goon, don't answer the door. And it's as simple as that. They can't do anything if you say nothing. They can't do a single thing. So all you do is either confirm who they are and then shut the door, or if you know who it is, don't open the door. And it's as simple as that. Oh, here we go with the nitty gritty now. Would the visiting goon have stopped the recording if I had asked them to? Here we go. Not necessarily. The recording provides an accurate record of events for the benefit of the goon and those present, so he or she may have continued recording until they considered any risk to their safety had passed. What utter rubbish. Absolute utter rubbish. I've seen goons try the front door handle of a house. A lady's come to the door, she's shut the door, and he's tried the handle. I've seen goons slap somebody in the face when they've worn camera in the glasses. I've seen that happen. I've seen goons assault people. There was one goon in Derby who actually raped a woman. He has obviously been sacked, you know. So, goons, you're not as vulnerable as you like to make out you are. But let's go back to the thing here. Not necessarily. The recording provides an accurate record of events, etc., etc. So my advice would be to, if you really, really want to engage these goons, is start recording. Like I said before, if you hear a knock at the door, start recording. And then go and answer the door and blah, blah, blah. Close the door in the face and just get on with your life. It's so simple. Anyway, on to the next one. Oh, here we go now. This is a question that I answered on my previous video about TV licensing questions. Was the goon allowed to video in my home? Yes, if the recording could be justified as being necessary and proportionate. How, in the name of Scarlett Johansson's knickers, is that legal? It cannot be legal. These goons have absolutely no powers whatsoever. None. They have no more power than me, you, the fucking postman. Absolutely none. And they have an implied right of access, as we all know. Anybody can come and knock on your door. That's absolutely fine. But to video someone's home, wrong. It's wrong in my opinion. Now, if these body cams become the norm, we have got to start a petition going and get rid of them, because it is not fair, this. The BBC, TV licensing capital, whatever you want to call them, has absolutely no right to eavesdrop or anything like that into your home. It is illegal. Now, that brings me on to detective hands as well. A freedom of information request. Requested how detective hands work and how they detected your signal, because apparently televisions give off a signal. No, they don't. They just receive signals. Anyway, and the BBC or TV licensing wouldn't answer that particular request because they didn't want anybody to counter the equipment inside. Now, many have theorized, and this is my theory as well, and other channels like mine, many have theorized that there is nothing in these detector vans apart from a fat man with a butty box and a thermos flask. And that's probably just about it. Now, I'm going to tell you how many convictions from evidence from a TV licensing van have there been since they came into being? Absolutely none. None. So if you see a detector van, please don't crap yourself. Just get on with your life. If you can film it inside, absolutely fine. Get the fat bloke with a butty box and a thermos flask, absolutely fine. Stick it on YouTube, send it to me, link it to me on my Twitter or what have you. Mr. Jones underscore 1972 underscore etc. So come and find me on Twitter or pop it in the comments below because I would love to see what goes on inside these vans. And the final one, will my data be shared with anyone else? Capita may have shared your personal data with their contractors and suppliers in accordance with their instructions and with the police or other law enforcement agency if required to do so, or otherwise to protect their rights or the rights of anyone else. Capita may have also shared the video footage with the BPC if it's relevant to a complaint you have made about the goon. More information on this can be found on Capita's privacy notice. So, in other words, they're just going to sell your details off, sell your name, sell your address to anybody and anyone that will buy them. Again, borderline legal, and it's probably just another way of raising some revenue because, as we know, the BBC and I think over nearly 300,000 people in the past 12 months have cancelled their TV licence. Absolutely fantastic news, but we need those numbers to keep going higher and higher and higher until the BBC rethinks its policy or rethinks its funding policy. But one last piece of advice I will give you, and it's coming up right now, should a goon come calling.
Shut that door!
So, done and dusted. Thank you very much for joining me. If stupidity is your bag, please join me on Sunday, 9 PM for a Sunday Stupid video. Please join me again if wackiness is your bag. Next Wednesday, a Wacky Wednesday video, 8 PM. Keep your eye out for TV licensing videos. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.